Hello, thank you for being here. I'm so glad that you are. My name is Kelly Ryan. I'm the founder of Anchor Meditation. And today I wanted to talk about some things that commonly hold people back in life and then lead you through a higher self meditation. And the things that I want to talk about that hold us back in life are related to staying in our comfort zone and staying in our fear zone. And so, if you'll look at this beautiful picture of a river, on the bottom left, you'll see a stick figure of someone who is in their comfort zone. They're clinging to the side of the river to what feels familiar and safe and in control. And you can think of this like when we're in our regular habits and routines, we just are creating more of the same. And it's tempting to stay there because that environment is an even keel and it's smooth sailing and it feels comfortable. But the thing is, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. And what that saying means is that easy situations never improve you or make you better. It's actually challenging experiences and suffering that give us the best lessons in life. And so we can choose to view these challenges as opportunities to grow and learn and expand. And that's a much better growth oriented perspective to face life with. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is the fear zone. And if you'll see on the right side of your screen, the little stick figure with his arms out, that's to depict someone who is needing to make a leap forward towards their purpose, but is being held back by fear. And it might be that they lack the confidence to jump, or they're afraid of what other people will say or do, or if they jump, or they're just finding lots of excuses. That's what I do, not to jump. And so when we're experiencing fear, it's important to find the courage to face our fear because what we resist persists. So the more we ignore our fear or numb it or stuff it down or avoid it, the more it will persist and cause anxiety and all of that. So when we allow the fear, we can breathe into it and be with the fear, and that's what allows us to actually take the take the jump, leap in and surrender. And interestingly, when we jump in, we notice that the water catches us and that we can feel scared and still be safe at the same time. Okay. And then I want to talk about the higher self, which is the meditation that I'm going to guide you through today. Our higher self, by that, I mean our true self, our most authentic state of being, the wise being that dwells inside of each of us, and this part of us that is pure and wise and completely connected to all that is and unconditionally loving and aware. And when we turn towards this part of ourself, which is our spirit and our soul and our heart, and we attune to our innate intelligence and our intuitive guidance, this is how we align with our highest self mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And we can allow our higher self to mentor us and to guide us to move forward with purpose in life as we seek happiness and fulfill our destiny. And so when we're ready to move out of our comfort zone or our fear zone, when we're ready to let go or take a leap, um, we're usually at a point where we're like, I can't do this anymore. This isn't working for me. And I'm willing to risk suffering, learning, failing, and growing to move towards the bliss that I desire. And so I'm going to provide a little bit of a map to connect with your higher self. And then I'm going to guide you through a meditation so that you can experience this firsthand. But first, I want to share a story that helps illustrate what the higher self is. Hmm. Okay, once there was a great ocean. All of existence was birthed from this great ocean, lived off this great ocean, and returned back to this great ocean. In the beginning, millions upon millions of tiny rivers sprung from this great ocean, and each river snaked across the land like delicate veins. But one day, a great drought came. No one saw it coming, and the scorching sun dried up each snaking river so greatly that they all turned into lakes. No longer were they connected to the great ocean, so they felt great loneliness and isolation. As time went by, each little lake became more and more depressed, forgetting the great ocean. One day, a shaman came to drink from one of the lakes. He noticed that it was depressed. "Why are you so sad?" he asked. The lake, despondent and gloomy, responded, "Because I'm nearly dried up and there's very little water left. Time is running out and soon I'll be gone forever." The shaman peered intently at the lake and laughed hysterically. "Silly lake, don't you know that you're connected to the great ocean? Although you change, you are changeless. Your water evaporates and returns back to the great ocean. It's then reborn, repurposed, and redistributed. How can you live or die? You are birthless and deathless. You are in all things. You are all things." And this story is the best I can think of to describe the higher self, because we're all like the lakes in this story. We believe that we're separate and isolated and cut off because of our ego, which causes a lot of loneliness and depression. But something within us is always continuously driving us closer to the truth through the voice of our intuition and our instinct and our deep knowing. And so eventually we have a moment of remembrance that we're rivers and we're connected to the great ocean. And the river is our higher self. And then the ocean, of course, represents um, source or our oneness. And so um, the first step in connecting with our higher self is to get crystal clear on our goals and intentions. Okay. So if you feel ready to move towards your higher self, I'm going to ask you to grab a notebook if that's available, or just bring to mind, if you don't have a notebook, um, what would you love? What do you want, need, and desire? And how do you wish to feel? And these are the best ways to set intentions, in my opinion. And I could go on a tangent about that, but I'm not going to. So, yeah, just take a minute to reflect. What would you love? What do you want, need, and desire? And how do you wish to feel? And how do you wish to feel? It could be like, um, I wish to feel joy, ease, happiness. But those are the feeling states that are guiding us through life. And the more we have a strong intention to create something and we deeply desire it and we completely believe that we can do it and we're willing to have it, the more likely it is to manifest in our life. And so as we get clear on what we want, that's how we steer ourselves towards receiving what we want, towards becoming our higher self. And I love the quote by Lao Tzu, who says, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." Okay, so if you need any more time to journal, you can go ahead and press pause. But right now, I'm going to lead you through a meditation so that we can begin to guide ourselves towards our intention using our soul as our inner compass and awakening to our higher self, which can only happen right here, right now. Um, we're always running around trying to get someone in the somewhere in the future, but the beauty is that our higher self is right here within you right now, always. And our higher self will help us fulfill our destiny by orchestrating and aligning and resourcing us to fulfill our soul's destiny. So I'm going to lead you through a meditation to help you connect with your higher self right now. So you can make sure that you're completely comfortable and that you won't be disturbed for the duration of the session. Turn off any um, notifications or ringers that you need to, just to allow for maximum comfort and relaxation as we connect to our higher self. And we're going to begin with 3 big breaths together now, each breath taking you closer to your creative intelligence. So, one, just inhaling as fully as you can, expanding your lungs and belly, holding for a moment, and exhale. 2, inhale, feeling relaxing sensations encompassing your body. Hold it and exhale. And 3, inhaling as much as you can. Hold it and soak it in and exhale. So just relax, allowing your eyes to gently close, taking your sense of vision away, and begin to focus on the sounds around you. Maybe you can only hear this recording, or maybe there are sounds you can also hear in your surrounding. Good. Now stop listening to the sounds and begin to focus on the sensations in the body. Notice, what are your fingertips touching? How do the palms of your hands feel? What are your feet touching? How do the soles of your feet feel? Become aware of your head and notice how your scalp feels. And see if you can sense how extremely powerful your brain is. Now, can you become aware of your mind? How big is your mind? Mind is our imagination, and our ability to imagine is boundless. The mind has no limits whatsoever. I'm going to count from 10 to 1, and with each number I say, you'll float along the timeline of your life, just observing all the moments of your life in the past pass by without involving any emotions. You're just floating along this timeline of your life all the way to your birth and making your way back to soul level where you can communicate with your higher self. 10, letting your mind begin to drift back in time. What were you doing this morning? Yesterday? Last month? 9, see what you were doing last year. 8, floating back along your timeline to 5 years ago, 10 years, 7, drift all the way to your school days and see moments pass by when you were a teenager. 6, drifting through your childhood. See the places you lived during these times. Any memories that come up, just let them pass by. 5, you're seeing things from when you were very young. Maybe they're real accounts of memories you had, or maybe you can just see stories you've been told about your early childhood. 4, you can see that you're a baby now, just learning to walk. See these moments as clearly as you can. 3, you're a very tiny baby now before you could walk. See people caring for you. Observe any colors or sounds you might notice from this time. 2, you're in your mother's womb, safe and warm and quiet in there. And you feel wanted in the world outside your mother. 1, now you're a spark of life in your mom, sent from your father. And 0, you're passing through back into the spiritual dimension, the place of unlimited awareness. And you begin to sense a presence that's pure and beautiful. It's the most intelligence presence you've ever felt. This presence is your higher self. Notice the qualities of this existence. What's it like? Just allow for a moment of stillness now. This higher self has been waiting a long time for you to come to this moment where you can connect with them and learn. What form does this higher knowledge take on in this moment? What do they look like? Notice every detail and quality that you can. They're excited that you're here and listening. And the first bit of knowledge this higher self offers is about you in your human form, giving you insight about something you need to know. So open yourself up completely to anything you need to learn about this current human incarnation you're experiencing, and listen. Listen with an open mind, allowing anything into your mind that needs to present itself. Good. Any messages you receive here and now, you remember for the rest of your human life. This is a very important moment with your soul consciousness, and you may feel messages in the form of words or images, or you may just have a feeling, and whatever you experience is perfectly fine. This is your intuition. Just allow your intuition to speak with you. This moment you're spending with your intuition is void of any fear. Fear can't exist when spirit is present. So, without any burden of fear, ask this all knowing higher self to let you know whatever you need to, or anything that comes to mind. Say to your higher self, how can I carry out my soul's purpose? And listen. Being a human on earth is a learning experience, kind of like a school. So ask your higher self now anything you need to know or do as a student in human form. And listen very closely, because any messages you receive are really important. Good. And as you spend this time together, you're completely rejuvenated. Your mind automatically sorts through any problems with ease and clarity. Earth is a chance for us to solve any and all problems so that we can fully experience pure paradise. So ask your higher self now anything that comes to mind, and listen very closely. There are 7 messages that your higher self has for you right now. So, as they say each thing to you, sit with the message and allow yourself to make of it what you will. You deserve the best in every situation. You have special gifts. Transform the negative into the positive. Live and let others live. Remember to play. Meditate as often as possible. Love yourself always. And now you're going to merge fully and completely with your higher self, bringing you full access to your intuition during every moment of your life. Allow yourself to connect completely with your higher self, becoming a powerful force and never separating again. You're now one with your intuition. You can ask your intuition anything you want and listen with great respect. You are one with your higher self, whole and complete, able to access infinite intuition at any moment of your life. So sit for a moment and really experience the sensation of wholeness. Let your mind float and drift, bringing into your imagination the thought of a beautiful beach. You're walking on the white sand and it's soft and warm under your feet. Small waves are lapping against the shore, and as you walk, you see things in the sand like colorful shells and seaweed and your own footprints. And you notice a piece of driftwood that's the perfect size for writing in the sand with. So pick it up and go to where the sand is wet with seawater and begin to write your name in the sand. Notice the sounds the stick makes as you scratch through the sand. And now step back from your name and look at it. And you notice a small wave comes and partially washes away your name, also washing away any fears. And another comes and washes your name away even more, washing away anything that brings you anguish. And another until your name is so washed away by the waves and completely washing away all your worries until all you can see is ripples in the sand where your name used to be. And you continue to walk along this beautiful beach, noticing the temperature of the weather and the sun on your skin, and the breeze passing by. And maybe you can hear the waves lapping against the shore and some seabirds flying above. As you walk a little further, you see a nice chair. So sit down to take a rest and gaze out into the beautiful blue ocean. Notice the horizon and how the ocean meets the sky. And as you look into the most beautiful scene you've ever witnessed, You notice a small white cloud brewing on the horizon and it's coming towards you. And when this cloud gets closer, you notice that it's very intelligent. This is the cloud of infinite knowledge. And any questions that you have, begin to blow them out towards this cloud and watch as you blow away anything that you desire to know. The cloud becomes darker and heavy with rain. You continue blowing, allowing for the cloud of knowledge to soak up anything that you ponder. And as it becomes heavy with rain and begins to pour a warm, gentle storm of purified insight upon the beach. This beautiful rainstorm is washing over you and filling you with infinite knowledge. Enjoy this storm now and soak in boundless intelligence. Good. You've had beautiful experiences today, ones that will last for your entire life. And we're going to come back into wakeful awareness, bringing back all that you've learned today with you. 1, coming back. 2, feeling good. 3, feeling strong. 4, breathing in fresh oxygen. 5, feeling complete. 6, feeling whole. 7, feeling wiser. 8, coming back now. 9, almost there. 10, feeling happy and rejuvenated. You can begin to bring some gentle wiggling to your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that experience. Take all the time that you need. Feel free to pause and write anything down if you'd like. When you first become aware of your higher self, it may come and go sporadically. So you may feel strong and clear and creative 1 minute, only to get thrown back into confusion and insecurity the next. And this is completely natural. But what you'll notice with a daily meditation practice is that as you connect more often, you'll gradually find that you're more frequently connected with your higher self. and you can call on her at any time. And this is how you can live an authentic, aligned life and manifest your heart's and soul's desires. And it's important to know that the connection between you and your higher self is a two-way connection. And it's important that it flow in both directions. And so, in one direction is receptive, the other is active. And by receptive, I mean that during meditation, we come into a being space, and that stillness opens us up to higher wisdom and guidance from our intuitive mind. So we can ask questions, and the answers will come through with words or images or feelings. And then there's the active, which is when we're taking aligned, inspired actions to create our life and making choices about what we wish to create and consciously directing the infinite energy and power and wisdom of our higher self into manifesting a life that we love. And when there's flow in both directions, we're being guided by our higher self, and based on that guidance, we're making choices and creating our life in the highest and most beautiful way. And that is a beautiful way of being. We can create feelings of intentional ease and an energy of accelerated growth when we're in this two-way flow, because our subconscious mind is power without direction. So it carries out orders without questioning. And that's why it's so important to set our intentions before each meditation practice. I think of setting our intentions as like punching an address into a GPS. So we're giving our subconscious mind um, directions to steer us there. That's what we're doing when we're setting intentions. And then we can just relax and allow our new purpose to pull us forward. And so that's really what our higher self membership is all about. Everything I teach is to help you experience this spiritual connection and this two-way flow so that you can create a life that you love, that you can be your best friend and be your healer and trust your higher self to be your mentor and your guide. And so, if you want to learn more, you can visit the membership page on our website at anchormeditation.com, and you can join there. It's $37 a month or $370 for the year. And when you sign up for membership, it includes live weekly meditations every Monday, all led by me, and 2 live workshops every month. And all of this can be accessed on your own time from anywhere, anytime, if you prefer. And when you sign up today, you'll get 3 bonuses. The first is mini meditation bundle, which is a selection of 15 meditations that are under 5 minutes each for the days that you feel like you don't have time. The second is a basics meditation bundle, which is a 10-minute morning meditation, evening meditation, and sleep meditation. And then the third is a guide, how to create a soothing meditation space at home. So I hope that you enjoyed connecting with your higher self today. I hope that I will see many of you in our membership. And if you have any questions or want to share about this experience, I would love to hear from you. And please comment below, and I'll read as many as I can and respond to as many as possible. Thanks so much. Namaste.